Hey guys, welcome back to the van build. Oh, we got a Kilo peeking her head over there. So last week you saw me put in the framing for both of my kitchen areas, and this week is exciting because I'm going to be completing the countertops for both of those kitchen areas and the backsplash. And even though those things seem pretty simple, I have run into a few issues with both of them. So I'm gonna start with the countertops. As you guys might know, wood is extremely expensive right now. So what I have decided to go with is a red oak plywood, and I'm just gonna work to make it look really nice. If you guys are new to this channel, I'm Linnea, this is Akila, and we are sitting in our van Togo, a 2016 Ram ProMaster. He's a 136 wheelbase too. Her ears look extra large in the camera. All right, let's do this. So right now I'm just fitting this. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be so cool. Check that out. That slipped right in here. This guy I've already cut to the width that I need for my large countertop. Let's see how this fits. Okay, I'll need to make some adjustments. So this is what it'll look like. Remember, this is just red oak plywood. The only issue here is that with my wall, it wasn't at a perfect 90-degree angle. I am just really pleased with how this looks. Like I mentioned, the wood that I'm using is red oak. So I picked up some veneer edging. It's red oak veneer edging. If you have kept up with the channel, you've seen me use this multiple times. But if you have not seen me use this before, basically this is very thin veneer with glue on the back side of it. You press it onto the edges and iron it on. So it's really great for things like plywood, which have kind of this nasty edge on them. All right, we're gonna do these counters.
The sky is blue, the sun is high. Sitting here on my own, I think of you, you're on my mind, you know. To me that's alright. Green grass on my.
So I'm really taking my time with these, and I just finished using a little blade to take off any excess, and then I just hand sanded the edge, and if you can see, it looks awesome.
To me, that's alright.
Here are my countertops, and this is currently with 3 coats of the water-based polyurethane. This is the satin, so there's a little bit of sheen, but it's not glossy. I'm gonna throw on another coat right now.
Maybe I should take a stroll, and to me that's alright. To me that's alright.
After measuring the space that I need, I am, and I'm not even joking you, about 2 tiles short. I purchased all of these tiles for a total of $3 at the Habitat for Humanity Restore. They are normally like quadruple the price, so I feel super lucky that I have basically this entire backsplash for $3. So my epiphany is this. I am going to essentially shorten the space by creating a large like back lip on my countertops, and that will hopefully, if all goes well, allow me to use just these moss green tiles. Okay, cool. Today is the day that I've been waiting for so long. I'm putting my backsplash in today, but first I need to put my countertops in. And my plan is to throw some probably liquid nails on, clamp it down, and throw some screws from the bottom up. And we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I don't ruin these countertops, but look at how beautiful they turned out. This is all I have, so I'm using construction sealant Sikaflex.
Standing here a while just to take it all in. Radio's playing our song, and then you stood there smiling at me, as so many times before.
Beautiful! And then For the little strips of wood, I'm gonna use these little self-tapping black screws.
Waiting at the doorstep, finally home.
I love that I added those. Now I start the backsplash. Today's a good day. For now. We'll see how this backsplash goes. So I want to cover some things really quick. I ended up chatting with my buddy Eric from Adventure Van Camp, and I basically wanted to make sure that ceramic tile was going to be okay. And what he said and explained to me was that there's kind of this myth in the van life community that traditional ceramic tile doesn't do well in vans. From what he has learned, and from the people that build vans that he's spoken to as well, nobody's ever had a problem with ceramic tile that he knows of. So if you are doing your van build and you're considering ceramic tile, you're gonna be fine as long as you use the right adhesive. In order for me to cut my tile, I picked up just this really simple hand tile cutter. Because I am doing such a small area, this is gonna be just fine. This little wheel scores it, and then this puts pressure on the tile to break it. So this puts pressure on the tile here. Boom. Not perfect, but it'll work. Okay, I'm about to start, so I'm gonna tell you everything that I'm using for this project. First of all, you need your tiles, of course. You need your tile cutters, spacers, your trowel, a tape measure so that you can measure out where half of your tile is, because these are gonna be staggered 50%. This is what I'm using as a guard to cut my tiles. Reminder that the van moves and flexes, so I wanted to make sure that the adhesive I purchased was high quality and flexible. So this is what I got. Everything that I'm talking about in this video I will have linked below, so go and check that out if you're confused. But this is a premium lightweight tile adhesive with high flexibility and high bond strength. Sag and slip resistant. Immediately holds wall tiles in place. I had to get the huge one because they didn't have any smaller things. So, anyway. I do have a corner, so that's gonna be tricky, but I'll be fine. I'll figure it out. This is a practice tile, just so you know. 5 7/8. Okay, buddy, come on. Hey, that's right, 5 7/8. Perfect. I found this heavy duty sandpaper, so I'm gonna try this. Okay, that actually works.
Somehow life goes on. The stars we know are gone.
Now we can really move on to this. Okay, I have to admit, it's pretty fun. I need to put this one.
Can we stay here for a week or so? Just watch the corn grow in the fields.
Spacers are working. Stop falling out, spacers. Shit. Okay, basically I'm eyeballing it now. The spacers helped a little bit, and then I had to adjust because it just wasn't right.
What's on your mind? But I know that it's something about you and me.
Turn this on.
I'll stay here for as long as I can.
Okay. Cool. Alright, I'm just adjusting any by hand that look off to my eyeball, but I think mostly it looks pretty good. Maybe I can put you over here now. So for this side, I'm gonna have this wrap around. That's gonna be really hard because it's curved. Whatever, we'll just see what happens. You guys can learn from my mistakes here. If the glue gets up here or on here, I don't really care because I'm gonna be, you know, creating a little trim piece here and there.
First day of spring, and I just wanna sing to everything that's moving, every single little thing. To them birds flying free, the fish in the sea, flowers and trees, every little bumblebee.
Wow, I love it so much. And that was stressful. It's kind of scary to feel like there's not enough adhesive, but One of the things that I heard or learned in multiple videos I watched about this is to definitely not use too much adhesive, like really making sure that you're scraping it down with those teeth of your trowel. I'm really glad I covered this. You guys, I didn't spill anything. I'm not done yet though, so I won't say that. I am so in love with this. I can't wait to put the grout on. So I did not do any filming yesterday because I've been really exhausted in the best way possible, like physically exhausted after a good day of being worked. But I decided I just needed a few days to recoup and just be in the van. So I want to show you where I woke up this morning. This is a piece of land that my family has owned ever since I was a little tiny girl. You guys have met Noah a few times on my channel, and he's been working on this really cool shelter, and I thought you guys would enjoy it, so I'm gonna show you it. Do you want to say hi to everybody?
Hi everybody.
So here's the, what would you call this again?
The domed wiki up with an entryway.
Okay. So this is like a domed wiki up with an entryway. He told me to say that. I wouldn't have known what this is called. Akila, do you want to show them the entrance? Here's the little entrance. And this is what it's looking like right now. And I just think it's the coolest thing. That was a good one. All right, that's been keeping me warm. So as you guys know, or maybe don't know, I don't have heat yet in the van, and in order for me to grout this backsplash, it needs to be pretty warm and stay kind of warm for a little while. So I'm actually just running the van right now. I'm also gonna heat up some warm water so that I'm working with not just above freezing water. So what you'll need for this project is your grout, of course, a rubber grout float. This is just the cheapest one that I could find at the hardware store, and a heavy duty sponge. Yeah. And then this is the grout that I'm using. It's pre-mixed grout, and yeah, it looked good to me, so this is what I'm using. Since I just heated up some water, I'm going to take advantage of it and have some tea. I just opened this grout, and basically I'm just gonna start putting it on there. I'm just pressing it into all of the grooves, making sure that it's really packed in there. And then with this, I'll be getting it damp, squeezing all the extra water out of it, and then wiping it down after. And we'll just see how it goes. It's getting pretty warm in here, so I think it should be okay. And if it's an epic fail, that would really suck. Whoa! Maybe I should just do it with my hands. It's gonna look good though, right? Let's speed it up, huh?
That's how it's supposed to be. If I'm unable to make you happy, then it's for the better that you are not with me.
I am not going to be grouting this very bottom line. You can get caulk the same color as your grout. That's what I'm going to rely on for the edges. I'm also just making sure to clean anything up because I do not want to ruin this countertop.
I need to tell you, you were my best friend till the end. I hope I'll be happy without you, but right now I don't know what.
So as you can tell, there's still like a lot of haze and stuff on it. I'm just gonna go over it one more time with my sponge and just clean up any of the grout lines. And then after 4 hours, I can come back and clean the haze with like a damp cloth.
Love thought it lasts forever, but somehow we got lost. Looking back at
Well, I've got this grout drying over here in a sleepy pup in bed. So I think it's time for me to do some work and do some editing. This week on the van felt huge. Getting in those countertops and my backsplash, it just pulls everything together. And now that I have the bed in too and that's all made, it almost just feels like I could drive away and live in what is. But I am really excited for next week because I will be putting in all of the drawers that go here and hopefully finishing the cabinet faces for those two cubbies. Also, after last week's video, I received many questions asking if I'm going to continue videos after the van build. And I think the answer to that is yes, and I would love to keep you all in the loop with where I am and what I'm doing. So if there's anything that you want to see or anything else that you want me to cover more in depth, feel free to drop it in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you learned anything or learned what not to do, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you are not already subscribed, and Akila and I will see you next week.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun.